Praises to the Most High. So you already know the precept in Psalm 64 and 1. Lord, hide me, 2. Lord, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked. All right, so Lamentations 3 and 62. The lips of those that rose up against me, and their device against me all the day. Psalms 31 and 18. Let the lying lips be put to silence, which speak grievous things proudly and contemptuously against the righteous. I have behaved myself as though he'd been my friend or brother. I bowed down heavily as one that mourned for his mother. But in my adversity, they rejoiced and gathered themselves together. This is the people in secret society and your fake friends around you. But in my adversity, they rejoiced and gathered themselves together against me. Yeah, the abjects gathered themselves together against me, and I knew it not. They did tear me, and ceased not. With hypocritical mockers and fees, they gnashed upon me with their teeth. Their meetup, their place of meetings. Okay, Lord, how long wilt thou look on? Rescue my soul from their destruction, my darling from the lions. All right, Psalms 35 and 20. For they speak not peace, but they devise deceitful matters against them that are quiet in the land. Yeah, they opened their mouth wide against me and said, Aha, aha, our eyes have seen it. This thou hast seen, O Lord. Now listen to Psalms 41 and 7. All that hate me whisper together against me. Against me do they devise my hurt. Psalm 64 and 3. Who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words. Remember I told you they shoot arrows, they go to the altar, they're shooting curses, and it's sending arrows of death, arrows of sickness, arrows of disease, arrows of confusion, arrows of anything, all kinds of wickedness, okay? So this is the Bible telling you, who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words. For the mouth of the wicked and the mouth of the deceitful are open against me, and have spoken against me with a lying tongue. Now Psalm 64 and 2. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. And then it goes on to say, who whet their tongue like a sword, right? Now Psalms 12 and 4. Who have said, with our tongue we will prevail. Our lips are our own. Who is Lord over us? Now, Psalms 31 and 20. Thou shalt hide them in the secret of thy presence from the pride of men. Thou shalt keep them secretly in a pavilion from the strife of tongues. What are the strife of tongues? People who are spitting evil curses over your life, okay? Saying evil about you. Now, people need to understand James 3 and 6. And the tongue is a fire, a whirl of iniquity. So is the tongue among our members, that it defiles the whole body, and sets on fire the course of nature, and it is set on fire of hell. Do you understand that? All right. Psalm 64 and 8. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. This is David praying against these people speaking all the evil. All right. Now Psalms 140 and 3. They have sharpened their tongues like a serpent. Adder's poison is under their lips. Selah. So now this is talking about the people who have adder's poison under their lips. Powers, evil powers, poison, where they curse people. All right. And they spit. I told you I found an article where when they spit, they're doing curses, and this is what they have adder's poison on under their mouth. And it goes on to tell you again in Psalms 58 and 4. Their poison is like the poison of a serpent. They are like the deaf adder that stops the air. So this, wow. All right. Now Romans 3 and 13. Their throat is an open sculpture. With their throat they have used deceit. The poison of apes, that's another way of saying snakes, serpents, is under their lips. It all tells you in the New Testament. Now Psalms 22 and 13. They gaped upon me with their mouths as a raven and a roaring lion. Yeah, they were spitting, cursing, evil, speaking evil. Psalms 59 and 7. Behold, remember, you have life and death in the power of the tongue. Behold, they bleach out with their mouths. Swords are in their lips. For who, say they, does hair? Okay. Now, let's hear about wicked friends, okay? And if you're supposed to defend yourself in prayer. Now, Jeremiah 18:18. Then said they, Come, let us devise devices against Jeremiah, for the law shall not depart from the priest, nor counsel from the wise, nor the word from the prophet. Come, and let us smite him with the tongue, and let us not give heed to any of his words. Give heed to me, O Lord, and hearken to the voice of them that contend with me. Shall evil be recompensed for good? Jeremiah asks God, for they have digged a pit for my soul. Remember that I have stood before thee to speak good for them, and to turn away thy wrath from them. Therefore, deliver up their children to the famine, and pour out their blood by the force of the sword, and let their wives be bereaved of their children, and be as widows, and let their men be put to death. Let their young men be slain by the sword in battle. Let a cry be heard from their houses, when thou shalt bring a troop suddenly upon them. For they have digged a pit to take me, and hid a snare for my feet. O Lord, yet, Lord, thou knowest all their counsel against me to slay me, the wicked counsel. Forgive not their iniquity, neither blot out their sin from thy face, from thy sight, but let them be overthrown before thee. Deal thus with them in the time of thy anger. Psalms 41:9. Yeah, my own familiar friend in whom I have trusted, which did eat of my bread, has lifted up his heel against me. Proverbs 27:6. Faithful are the wounds of a friend, but the kisses of an enemy are deceitful. Remember, Judas betrayed Christ with a kiss. So if the Lord shows you one of your friends kissing you, it's betrayal. All right. Trust ye, Micah 7:5. Trust ye not in a friend, put ye not confidence in a guide. Keep the doors of thy mouth from her that lies in thy bosom. For the son dishonors the father, the daughter rises up against the mother, the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. A man's enemies are the men of his own house. Matthew 10:36. A man's foes shall be they of his own household. Do you understand that? So that's why you gotta nullify family curses with the blood of Christ. All right. Therefore, I will look unto the Lord, for I will wait for the God of my salvation. My God will hear me. Rejoice not against me, O my enemy, when I fall. I shall arise when I sit in darkness. The Lord shall be light unto me. I will bear the indignation of the Lord because I have sinned against him, until he plead my cause and execute judgment for me. He will bring me forth to the light, and I shall behold his righteousness. Now Hosea 5:15 confirms it. God says, I will go and return to my place till they acknowledge their offense and seek my face. In their affliction they will seek me early. Now a man's foes being them of his own household, and they will deliver you up. Luke 12:53. The father shall be divided against the son, and the son against the father, the mother against the daughter against the mother-in-law against her daughter-in-law, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. He that loves father or mother more than me is not worthy of me, and he that loves son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. Mark 3:35. For whosoever shall do the will of God, the same is my brother and my sister and my mother. Matthew 10:40. He that receives you receives me, and he that receives me receives him that sent me. So your brother, your sister, your mom are those in Christ. So Christ makes a difference, okay? Because your family will be divided. A house divided up against itself cannot stand. All right, some are going to be with secret societies, some are going to be with God. So you have to separate yourself. That's why he tells you those who do the will of his Father. He made a difference. Holy means to be separate. So, Abraham left the idols of his father, and he believed God. He had faith in God, which was counted onto him for righteousness, right? And God made him a great nation, and the people who we are, and he blessed, separated from idols to be a people unto him. So you got to separate your family who's from idols and be joined onto the